how much benefit could there be gotten by each of those individuals on a daily basis, making these little gains on their own, simply by opening their mind up? And then that opens up another interesting question, which is, okay, so, well, what's preventing them right now? A few people today have approached me after the presentation and said, oh, it's really interesting. I don't really touch it, though. It's sort of over there, and it's a bit scary, and I'm not sure where to start. And that could be the place to start, looking at your 1,000 employees and saying, actually, we could get them closer to this, the work feeling better, autonomy, mastery, purpose. And we can get them there actually by starting with the question, well, what is our culture like? What is our people's predisposition to even entertain engaging with these things? Not the first question being, so what machine can we rig, to do the job for us?
Yes.
So I've got maybe an opposite view.
Okay.
But
I love a challenge.
Maybe not AI, but in terms of automation, we've got businesses. I'll go back to manufacturing again because that's my sort of life basically. And you can collect data from machines automatically, and it goes into a computer, and somebody can access it later. But often, I push for, and a lot of my colleagues push for, and advocate where operators collect data and they put it onto a board. So it's the opposite of automation. You know that there's easy solutions for it.
Yeah.
And then, in a sense, the point that I'm making is that you have to sometimes be careful what you wish for. If the data disappears and I don't take any responsibility for putting that data onto a board and saying, oh, it's not okay, I'm not even controlling my own behavior because it's now out of sight and out of mind. And I've seen examples of that in our business. So people say, oh, look at this wonderful computer we've got here in the corner, and look at all this information I can. And then the question is, well, who's looking at it and what are they doing with it? And what about the people out there? What information do they have now what they can do something with? So, and I know you're not making that point.
No, I agree with you. We shouldn't be using automation to take away learning opportunities from people.
And self-control. I think, we talked about 5S, and you made the point very nicely. And if something's on the floor, it's not the point that it's on the floor. Where did it come from? How did it get there? And it's often the same with data. If I take responsibility because this belongs to me, this data belongs to me, I'm going to post it here. And if it's not okay, it's my responsibility to tell my boss to say, hey, I need help because it's not okay. Somebody else is going to challenge me. And if that data is displayed in the right place, in the manufacturing environment, in the offices, people will feel compelled, one, to fill it in properly. The other is that they'll feel compelled to try to achieve the targets that they've been given. We talked about targets, KPIs and target setting. I know you weren't making that point, but I think in a sense it's this you have to be careful what you wish for sometimes with automation, and you have to understand the social context and how management is affecting control of that environment before you make a change. Otherwise you can get unintended consequences as well and waste your money at the same time to boot.
And I think in that context, as you say, it isn't instead of learning.
Yes. No, the question isn't how can I avoid needing to learn this and just have the AI do it for me, or the automation. Let's not just talk about AI, automation in general. The question is, how can I enhance and expand what's possible with this learning journey? So I still want the learnings, but I want to be able to do more. What help can be provided from technology to do that? And if you're asking that question, I think you're in a better place.